The epic Red Bull wall, a must-see experience. Way back in 2011, I was laid off from a publishing company where I had expected to retire after working there for about 14 years. When I was escorted into HR, I learned that my entire department was being liquidated. I was informed that I was not allowed to re-enter the workspace and that all personal effects at my desk would be safely collected and shipped to my home via UPS within 24 hours. In the IT department, I was known as the collector dork, which is quite a title to hold. People would give me all sorts of limited edition items, mini statues, Funko Pops, Loot Crate merchandise, and more. While I never reprimanded anyone for messing around at my desk, it was understood that it was best not to fool around in my work area, as some items were ultra rare, and no one wanted to risk breaking anything. Most of my collectibles were just quirky trinkets, but a couple of years earlier, an editor had knocked over an old Star Wars Burger King glass from the 1980s. He offered to replace it, but I told him not to worry about it. When they found it on eBay, it ended up costing him around $50. My favorite thing was a mountain of 16-ounce Red Bull cans, thanks to long hours and overnight projects. Instead of recycling the roughly 60 to 70 cans, my coworkers and I built a Red Bull wall between my workstation and my neighbors, stacking and double-sided taping them to our shared desk. As I sat across from the stuffy HR woman, I had an epiphany. I asked, "Can you guarantee that all of my collectibles will be carefully disassembled and packed in those boxes before shipment? I have a lot of rare and fragile items that I would much rather pack myself." Her answer was, "That's out of the question." Unfortunately, none of the employees who were let go today can return to their workstations due to the sensitive information in the system. I persisted. "Well, I've been meticulously collecting vintage Red Bull cans over the last 5 years and displaying them between our desks. If one gets bent or damaged while being packed, I'll need you to find a replacement can on eBay. It would be much easier for me to pack them myself. Some of those cans are worth more than $75 empty." She still refused. Literally 2 days later, I received 32 UPS boxes, each the standard moving size box, and each filled with approximately 10 meticulously bubble-wrapped Red Bull cans. Miscellaneous desk clutter filled in the gaps, as if they were headed to a museum curation. All of my other desk items were likewise wrapped, and box 1 included an inventory spreadsheet of every single item, down to 9 random Taco Bell sauces. I recorded a video of myself crushing the cans and dumping the entire box into my condo's recycling dumpster, and I even copied the entire company on the email. I later heard from a friend still working there that one of the warehouse managers, whom I really disliked, spent almost 9 hours wrapping, inventorying, packing, and labeling every item from my desk. The company went bankrupt 2 years later and never returned. I'd like to believe I played a part in that downfall, although I know it was due to years of mismanagement and a refusal to embrace digital solutions.